Hello, and welcome to another episode of Simply Cinema. We are your hosts, Maximilian Simonelli
and Dustin Braga.
So, Dustin, first of all, to all of you lovebirds out there, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
What could be more romantic than tuning in to listen to two guys talk about movies? Am I right?
I can't think of anything more romantic.
So, originally, we were going to do a Valentine's Day themed episode, but we thought it more fitting to talk about another recent tragedy in Hollywood. Another great star has been lost.
It is a tragedy.
Yeah. Today we're talking about the filmography of the very great Catherine O'Hara, who left behind a lasting legacy.
I would say so. I would say she left behind some insanely great comedic roles.
America's mom, in a way.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, honestly. one great mom. So we just thought we'd do a little rundown of her filmography and some of her lasting roles, that will withstand the test of time and things of that nature. So why don't we just jump right in?
Let's do it.
So first film we're going to look at, I'm sure, is the first film that comes to everyone's mind when you talk about Catherine O'Hara, and that is Home Alone. And she's seen here with Macaulay Culkin. It's actually a little sweet image because he recently got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
And she was there to show support. And he, I think, even said, I still refer to you as mom. I still think of you as mom, which is sweet. It's kind of
a nice gesture.
It's bittersweet now. But yeah, she's great in this movie.
She is quite amazing. Yeah. She does kind of exaggerate the role, but I think that's what makes it so good.
Yeah. I think, what it is? It's initially she's shocked when she finds out that she has left Kevin home alone.
Yeah.
But then there's that great moment when she's in a daze on the plane. And she's like, what kind of a mother am I? I forgot my own son. And I was like, I feel like that's a real moment.
Yeah.
So the whole Kevin is that's the initial shock. And then after that, it's nah, this is what a mother would be feeling. I don't know. I like it. And then she goes through so many trials to get home to him in time. And then, of course, John Candy offers her the ride, the Poker King of the Midwest, offers her the ride home at the end. And she gets home, and it's a great movie. It's still a great movie.
It's a hilarious, heartwarming Christmas movie.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, so she's credited as Kate McAllister, because I was going to say prior to that, I was like, oh yeah, well, she's obviously Mrs. McAllister. She's the mother. Yeah. But I was like, did they ever say her name in the movie? I just feel like she's always mom.
Yeah. I don't remember.
But it's a good movie, though.
It is. It's definitely a classic.
Yeah.
At least for Christmas time movies.
It's fun for the kids, but it's also entertaining for the adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's zany. It's wacky.
Yeah.
It's just a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a lot of heart.
It does.
Yeah.
And then another film that I think people instantly think of when they think of her, seen here, Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Moira. Scene here, we have the famous Dale. Famous scene here with right before the shrimp comes to life. And this is another just great film. She's more of an eccentric character in this one. Definitely she's artsy New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her character's very animated.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that also has to attribute to Tim Burton's direction.
Oh, yes.
And his writing, because he just has a style all on his own. And obviously, she just kind of captured it, honestly.
And it pairs so well because her husband in the film, Jeffrey Jones, is kind of just a straight-laced businessman who's kind of not this artsy, avant-garde, whatever. So for her to have that, it's it's a perfect juxtapose to that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
The yin and the yang.
Yeah. And then she's what's his name here? She's partnered with the guy who plays Otho. Where's his name? Glenn Shaddix, who's basically her as a guy.
Yeah.
And the two of them are so great in this movie.
They're quite the pair.
And just her getting tormented by Beetlejuice at the end it's great.
And she did come back for the sequel.
She did. Yeah. Sequel, I got to say it was okay.
Okay.
I love seeing the actors come back to play their characters one last time before they're gone. Again, this has new meaning now. So seeing her again, seeing Winona Ryder again, phenomenal.
Of course.
And Michael Keaton, obviously.
Yeah.
And I thought that, it was cute. The film was okay.
Okay.
I just didn't think maybe it was an impossible check to cash for me. I don't know.
Right.
What do you think?
Because you build it up in your head.
I think so, because it's I have this weird feeling that films like this, when they come out initially, you don't know if they're going to be as loved as they are.
Sure.
But then they become maybe cult classics or just full-on classics.
Yeah.
So then the long-awaited sequel, I think, is okay, well, we have to now match the success of the first one.
Right. It's the hype level.
And you can't, same thing happened with Happy Gilmore 2.
Sure.
I don't even know. Ghostbusters doesn't count because that Anchorman was one.
Anchorman 2, yeah.
It's I don't know. Maybe that's me.
No.
how I feel.
That's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
A lot of films fall under that category of we just kind of build them up
Yeah.
because we have this very classic, very rooted idea of these
Hmm.
movies, and then the sequel comes out, and we're expecting the world from it.
Yeah.
But
And you're damned if you do, damned if you don't,
yeah,
because it's like you want to see the same stuff that made the first one work,
yeah,
but you also want to see something new.
new, right?
But it's like, wait, why did you just copy the formula? But if you should do something different, why didn't
Didn't
you
you
copy
copy
the
the
formula?
formula?
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But the first Beetlejuice I still think is it's a fun film. You see, this is when Burton was in his prime. Just getting to his prime, really. You
sure,
see, I feel that this straying a little bit. Like once he hit the 2000s, most of his films were just remakes of existing films, hence remakes.
yeah.
And they weren't bad,
I don't know.
but
Big Fish was all right.
Big Fish was okay. But it's just like Willy Wonka, which I do like. Planet of the Apes, Dumbo, Dark Shadows. I know I'm missing one here, but it's just like they inevitably will be compared to the original.
Of course.
Whereas, like, at this point, you had Beetlejuice and then Batman, Edward Scissorhands. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, do more of that, my guy. It's good stuff. And Catherine O'Hara is in no small part a huge part of this movie.
Oh yeah,
she's great.
She makes up a great part of it.
Oh yeah.
And I think the next thing that
Yes.
I think one of the most recent things,
Yes, kind of her resurgence, if
Yeah.
you will, was, and we can say this,
we can
Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek.
Yes, no trouble there. And it's funny because she plays Moira here. She's definitely, it's almost like this character, like dialed up to the dialed up to 11.
Yeah.
In this case, again, being sort of artsy and full of herself in a way. And
Okay.
yeah.
I would honestly say that the Moira character is kind of an evolution of a character in For Your Consideration, which we'll get to in a minute.
Interesting. Okay.
Because she does play an actress who is trying to get an Academy Award going for her, and ultimately it does not succeed. And she is kind of devastated by it.
Yeah.
But it just feels like the evolution here, which is just so heightened by her kind of exaggerated performance.
Yeah.
Which just makes this it's literally 1/4 of this
grand ensemble.
This ensemble right here that we see before our eyes.
Yeah. I mean, her chemistry with Eugene Levy has been shown so numerous times over.
Yes.
In so many films. I remember showing a friend of mine Best in Show, which we'll look at in a little bit, and trying to get this person up. Like, do you know any of these two people, Eugene Levy or Catherine O'Hara? They go, no. I go, you ever see Over the Hedge? And they go, yeah. I go, they were the Porcupine mom and dad. I go, thus again bringing back the same energy that they have playing off each other.
Yeah. I mean,
the two of them are great.
Yes, they have played so many roles together. I think it even stems from when they were on Second City.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go to that right now because we were going to say that was. Now we're going back a little bit to her early days. Here we have the cast of Second City TV. You got John Candy, Eugene Levy, Rick Moranis. You got forgetting his name. Oh no, where's his name? Where is the guy? Joe Flaherty. There it is, Joe Flaherty. Rita Moreno, and the guy in the middle. I always forget his name. I know he was one of the. He and Rick Moranis were the two moose. The two moose? The two meese?
Yeah.
Two mooses.
Something like that.
They each played a moose in Brother Bear.
Yeah.
What's this guy? Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas.
There you are. And yeah, they all got their start here, and they were great in this show.
What a cast.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Some insanely funny people in SCTV.
Yep.
And I can see why they all kind of exploded in their own regards.
Yeah. And it's great how they each played with each other. They kept coming back. Like we said, Catherine O'Hara was with Eugene Levy through many movies, and she's with John Candy. But he's only got that one scene in Home Alone.
Yeah.
But it's a great scene.
Yeah.
And the whole speech about leaving his kid at a funeral parlor completely ad-libbed and everything. Oh, it's great. And then I actually still need to see the documentary about him. I Like Me.
Oh yeah,
which I've heard was good. They showed like her.
I have heard it was very good.
They showed her eulogy that she gave at his funeral, which I've heard was very it's a tearjerker. So I've been meaning to see that. I've been meaning to see that. But yeah, Second City TV, pretty funny, and we're grateful that that's how she got her start because that's how these movies came about.
Yeah, that's how this and her partnership with Eugene Levy lasted so long. Yeah,
good stuff.
And speaking of the mockumentary
Yes.
trio.
Yes. I gotta say, these films we're about to talk about do not get enough love, or at least not enough praise. Like I said, that's why we started with Home Alone and Beetlejuice. I feel like those are the two go-tos
Yes.
for her. But you ask me, like, her best performances come from Waiting for Guffman or Best in Show. As well, we'll look into it. But
Right.
this was kind of the first one.
This was.
They did. It followed Spinal Tap, which she wasn't in. But that was Christopher Guest's kind of foray into this style of filmmaking.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And it works.
It works so well.
It's hilarious.
It's because the premise itself it's so simple.
Yeah.
Yet the characters that exist within it are just so much more than they think they actually are.
Yeah. Well, because Corky was like a guy who did like off Broadway stuff. Yeah. So he's like the most experienced out of any of them. Yeah. And he kind of builds their hopes up because he's like, I think we have a chance. We may be going to Broadway. And they do this. It's actually a cool little show about this little town called Blaine. Yeah. Right. And just sort of the history of Blaine. And they get all these actors together, these people that want to be actors, and they put on a great show. And but it's hilarious. It cracks me up every time I see it. Oh, especially Christopher Guest as Corky St. Clair.
It's such a funny role.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone in this is just...
They're all perfectly cast.
They're all perfectly cast, all off the rockers. And this is, honestly, I would think this is kind of the genesis of, I would say, Catherine O'Hara getting really into her comedy career.
Yeah. I would say so, yeah. Yeah, because it's funny, because in Home Alone and even Beetlejuice, she's kind of playing like the straight woman in a sense. The one that has to... not take it's not slapstick, but just sort of take the joke. Sure, I guess. You know, but but these films are great, and we'll have a look at them. Okay, when we come back. Stay tuned. And welcome back.
Welcome.
So, Dustin, before we took a break, we were talking about Catherine O'Hara, who's no longer with us, and some of the many great films that she left behind us. And we had just started to talk about the mockumentary circuit series that she was in. So let's get back to that without further ado. So we're looking at Waiting for Guffman, which was kind of the first, right? It was, yeah. This next one, it's funny. I always feel like this next one was the first one of this trilogy or quadrilogy, I guess, but it wasn't. It's arguably my favorite, arguably not sure. Best in Show. Yeah. I think I like this one because, again, she's working directly with Eugene Levy this time. And again, their chemistry together is just so perfect.
Yeah, they bounce off of each other so incredibly well.
Yeah. This is actually the first one I saw of this franchise. So in this time, it's a dog show being put on, and you have many of the same cast returning. So like, Catherine O'Hara has terrier in this case. My mother will be so happy that we got the dog in the picture for this.
God loves a terrier.
Christopher Guest comes back with a bullhound. Jane Lynch is in this one. Yeah, with like a poodle. Yeah, I believe. And then Michael McKean. He's not the one showing the dog. He's has the Shih Tzu, and it's the same shtick, the same style of like it's kind of like The Office before The Office was a thing. Yeah. It's like, they're talking to the camera, right? Doing like the
sides.
Yeah, the sides.
Talking heads.
Yeah, talking heads. Thank you. Yeah. They do the talking heads, and you kind of you feel like it's real. These are the movies that always suck me into it the most because I feel like, I forget I'm watching a movie. Yeah. And but it's hilarious. Yeah. It's just the stuff that happens, the jokes, just it's great.
Again, yeah, I think exactly like with this and Waiting for Guffman, it's just a simple idea, a real life idea, but the characters that are inserted into this real life idea are some real psychotic people.
and to be a fly on the wall when they thought, wait, what if Eugene Levy's character had 2 left feet? It's like on a rewatch, I go, wait, what? I go, they panned out when they first met. He talks about, he goes, I can't dance. I've got 2 left feet. She goes, I thought he was kidding. He goes, but I wasn't. And they panned out. He's got 2 left feet. And I go, what was the point of that? It's just a throwaway little, and then it comes back at the end. My favorite is when he Eugene Levy's character Jerry has to take over and show the dog Winky, and Fred Willard, who plays the announcer, is like, "Am I nuts, or there's something wrong with his feet?" And the co-host goes, "I don't find myself often saying this, but I think you're right.
Yeah,
there's something up with that." But this is a cute movie. The dogs are cute. They're all great. And spoiler, it's a feel good because they end up winning.
Yeah, they do,
which is sweet.
It's great.
And then they end up the other great gag is how Catherine O'Hara had a lot of boyfriends growing up, and they constantly are running into people that she hooked up with in the past, to the point where Eugene Levy's just at the end he's banging his head against the microphone because everywhere they go they run into one of her old boyfriends, and he just can't take it.
It's so funny.
It's great.
It's such a good gag.
The two of them sell their characters so well.
Every single time, honestly.
Yeah.
Every single time.
It's great.
I think they do sell their characters very well in the next movie of mockumentaries, but in a much different way.
Yeah, and a little more serious. Like, there was a history there. Let's get to it before I give it away. The film in question is A Mighty Wind. They play. I have two words for you: Mitch and Mickey. And so another, again, mockumentary. This is the style of a famous folk singer producer has passed away, and they decide to put on like a concert in his honor, and they kind of reunite all these old folk singing bands. There were the three. Was it the three tenors?
That's the Folksmen.
The Folksmen. Thank you. Yeah,
the Folksmen.
You have Mitch and Mickey seen here. The new Main Street Singers.
The new Main Street Singers.
Yeah, and so what's great is how Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy, they play Mitch and Mickey, who had kind of like a romantic style of like their pairing.
Yeah.
And they had sort of a falling out, and they get reunited for this concert, and it's kind of like, okay, they're, opening old wounds in a way.
They are.
And they do kind of make up for it.
A
little bit.
Here's the thing about this is I think these characters are taken out of a completely different movie.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because
it's very serious in a sense.
Yes, it is. Because every single group that we meet, the Folksmen or the new Main Street Singers, they have this ridiculous backstory.
Yeah. Because the Folksmen, first of all, is basically, it's the same trio as Spinal Tap.
Yes.
Which I found funny. I always thought it would have been hilarious if it was the three men from Spinal Tap, and like they somehow wrote it in. Oh yeah, we're not a rock band anymore. Now we do folk music. But c'est la vie.
Funny enough,
yes,
Spinal Tap actually did lead to the Folksmen.
I remember you telling me this. Yeah,
yeah. They did the Folksmen originated on a sketch in SNL.
Nice.
Yeah, and then they had this idea to do basically a mockumentary of the Folksmen, but they didn't think it was strong enough.
Okay.
To last on its own.
Okay.
So they shelved it.
Okay.
Came back to it for the Mighty Wind because they're like, we have three different bands.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's a funny movie. I don't know. It's either this or Best in Show is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Of the three. Of the three.
I'm gonna say the music that they made for the movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Much like Spinal Tap. They're legitimately good songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But going back to my earlier point.
Yes.
Is that everyone has some outrageous backstory.
Mm-hmm.
These guys do not. They have a pretty tragic backstory.
They do. And again, they kind of, it's not morbid, but it is almost dark humor. Like they have this big like breakup. Like the behind the scenes people are talking about like they were throwing like microphones at each other and stuff. And then they look at Eugene Levy's first solo album, A Cry for Help, and he's in like a straitjacket. Yeah. And then they go to his next album by the time of calling it quits, and he's digging his own grave. And I'm like, God, this is dark, but it's funny. But yeah, like you get the sense that they really embody the characters they're playing.
Yeah.
Like I believe these two were two singers that like kind of dabbled in romance and then had a big falling out.
Yeah.
And are now kind of like, okay, like we have to get back together for the show, but do we address the elephant in the room? Like it was they kind of used the same idea in Spinal Tap too.
They did.
Like we had a big falling out and now we kind of have to show up and rehearse, but are we going to talk about this? Are we going to not talk about it? You know?
Yeah. The only difference here is that Spinal Tap 2, they still had some really outrageous gags.
Yes, they did.
Here, these guys feel a lot more grounded, a lot more...
Eugene Levy's character is kind of out there. He's a little bit.
He is.
Yeah.
But them as a duo, they just feel more grounded to me than everybody else.
That's fair.
But they still pull it off well.
It's funny, upon hearing that she had passed, the immediate first thought I had was Eugene Levy's final thought. I will always think of her fondly every time I see a rose. I was like, okay. Makes me feel like it's 68 or 67 or 66. These movies are so
The good
quotable.
years.
Yeah. Oh god, it's so quotable. It's great.
All these mockumentaries are amazing.
And speaking of the last one, I got to kind of turn it over to you. I actually haven't seen this next one.
I haven't
we're
seen
going to
this
talk about.
one. All right.
For your consideration. Dustin, no pressure. Take it away.
Oh my gosh. Well, I will take it away.
Yeah.
But after a quick break.
Good idea.
Yes.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome back.
Hello.
So, Dustin, as I said before, this is going to be your time. It's your time down here to talk about this next movie. The last film she was in the quadrilogy of the mockumentary movies.
Yeah.
Let's go back to For Your Consideration.
Yeah.
Take her away.
All right. So this one isn't actually a mockumentary.
That's enough.
This one's more of a straightforward comedy, kind of a fly on the wall bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the making of a movie called Home for Purim.
Okay.
Jewish
holiday. I was going to say, yeah.
And word gets out that somebody around the set thinks that Catherine O'Hara's character it might be up for an Oscar. And so they go on this huge kind of buzz tour, I would say, trying to get hype alive.
Yep.
But then after some time, Parker Posey's character,
yes,
rumors go around that she might be up for an Oscar.
Okay, so there's a sort of a rivalry going on.
A little bit.
Who has more screen time? Who has the better lines?
And then,
oh no,
Harry Shearer's character.
Is that why they're all wearing crowns at the end? The three of them.
No, that's just a perm thing.
That's just a perm thing. I got you.
Gets a, supposedly a nomination.
Yeah.
However, spoiler alert,
none of them.
Yeah, nominations for Academy Awards come out. None of them get nominated except
the guy on the left.
The guy on the left. I forgot his name.
Where is he? Who is he? Is he Brian Chubb in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. Christopher Moynihan. There it is.
Christopher Moynihan.
So that's funny.
Yeah, he gets the only Oscar nomination. Everybody else is even more hilarious because everybody else is up to watch it. Yeah. At like 5 a.m. You see them all grieving, and his character, he's sleeping. Yep. He's sleeping right through it.
I can picture it. Yep. I'm gonna have to give this a watch because I do want to see it.
Yeah, I would say it's not as funny as the other ones.
Okay.
Structurally, it's a little wonky.
Yeah.
But it does definitely have some great moments, and I mean, it's Christopher Guest. Yeah. And Eugene Levy writing.
How can you go wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a good time.
Yeah. Looks like a good one.
Yeah. Catherine O'Hara is just great.
She's great. And last but not least, we would be remiss if we did not mention another great role of hers, which I feel like is not the first thing you think of, but it is truly a staple of her career. That is Sally from A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I completely forgot about this one.
Yep, she's great. She also played, I believe it was Locke in this one as well, of Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Oh,
yeah.
Dual role.
And yeah, she's great in this movie. Such an iconic character.
Yeah, she did a lot of good voiceover work.
Yes. That's funny. We were looking at her filmography. She did a lot more than we'd think. That's why, for the longest time, I didn't know this was her. Yeah. Even once I kind of I knew her as the mom from Home Alone, and I kind of knew who she was. I was like, oh, she was also Sally this whole time. It's like you kind of forget, Yeah. But yeah, this is a great movie. We've talked about it before, and she's actually a pivotal character here. Trying to help, longing for Jack and, trying to make him see the error of his ways, realize, foreshadowing that he will ruin Christmas.
Right.
And then they end up together, and it's sweet.
It's
a nice ending.
Yeah.
Great role.
She will be missed.
Catherine O'Hara, you will be missed. But thank you for the movies you left us behind.
Of course.
And with that, I guess brings us to the end of another episode of Simply Cinema.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you. And next week we'll have another episode of more movies. Should we tee it up?
Sure, why
Let's
not?
do that. We're going to be talking about some Olympic-themed movies because we got the Olympics are coming up.
Yeah, the Olympics are here.
So we won't give away what we're going to watch, but we might do a little mix and match. Might do comedy, serious comedy, or serious comedy, serious, or comedy, 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 or serious, 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 something like that.
Yeah,
something along those lines. But they will be Olympic-themed movies. So tune in next week, and you'll see some Olympic-themed movies being reviewed by your hosts, us.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Watch movies.